Welcome to our special election day coverage here on ET Now. I'm Ankur Mishra, and today we will bring you live updates from not just one but two politically crucial battlegrounds, Maharashtra and Jharkhand. In Maharashtra, with 288 constituencies, the stakes couldn't be higher as alliances clash to shape the future of India's economic powerhouse. Will the ruling Mahayuti consolidate its grip, or will the Mahavikas Aghadi stage a comeback? From Mumbai's financial nerve center to Vidarbha's farmlands, every vote counts in this high-stake election. Meanwhile, in Jharkhand, the battle unfolds across seats in a state rich in resources but grappling with developmental challenge. Will the ruling coalition retain power, or will a new mandate emerge? Throughout the day, we'll bring you real-time coverage, on-ground reports, and in-depth analysis on what these elections means for the economy, governance, and we, the people. Let's get started. We'll go across to our reporters who has been on ground since 7 a.m. in the morning to bring out the updates. Let's go across to our reporters. We have Anurag Shah, who has been reporting from 7 a.m. on the Worli Seaface booth. We have Astha Chopra, who has been consistently sending updates from Pedder Road booth. We have Aishwarya Patil, who has just sent the bite of Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das. And we also have Anjali Palod from a booth in Malabar Hills. Let's go across to Anurag Shah first. Anurag, what's the mood there?
So Ankur, I am at Worli Seaface polling station. This is a BMC school, Mumbai Public School, and early from 7 a.m. in morning, people are turning up. The senior citizen, you must be knowing the very famous Jolly Ribero, former Home Secretary, former Mumbai Police Commissioner. At the age of 94, he turned up to cast his vote. And this time, because this polling booth in Worli seen more than 10,000 voters in Lok Sabha election. So special preparations done by Election Commission this time. You can see that there are two separate lines, one of red carpet and one of blue carpet been made, two separate help desk also there to help voters to know their dedicated polling booth also been set up this time at this polling station. And it's a high profile polling booth, corporate like Ajay Piramil, Dilip Piramil, cricketers like Sunil Gavaskar, Ravi Shastri, they cast their vote at this polling station. So Ajay Piramil just a while back, along with his wife and vice chairman of Piramil Group, exercised their right of voting. And Ajay Piramil just said that large number of people should come and cast their vote. And this time, as per the data, ECI data also, till 9 a.m., most of the constituencies in Mumbai, if we talk about the Mulund, Bhandub, they have seen more than 10% of voting percentage. So probably this time we'll see the higher number of people turning out to cast their vote, higher number of voting percentage also. And RBI governor also in his bite said that this time the election date, the voting date is in middle of week. So he is also expecting that the voting turnout to be higher this time, because South Mumbai, always voting turnout at South Mumbai is around 50% only. In Lok Sabha election also, the overall voting percentage in South Mumbai was only 50%. But this time, people are expecting that due to the election date in middle of week, so many would have not gone for vacation of due to extended weekend, which has happened in past. But till 9 a.m., figures are showing that in many constituencies, voting percentage is more than 10%, and every 2 hours, Election Commission will be updating and giving the voting turnout status. And preparations are also better this time, because ECI learnt a few lessons from Lok Sabha election. So help desk are there for senior citizens, there the separate polling booths are there. So these are preparations are much better than as compared to Lok Sabha elections.
Right. We'll also go across to Aishwarya Patil because we mentioned about Reserve Bank of India governor updating about his third term, those comments, and also what he has urged to voters. Aishwarya, what happened there and who all are likely to come?
Well, this morning we had Naveen Agarwal as well as RBI governor, and what he said is that more voters will turn out, as Anurag rightly mentioned. More voters this time around will turn out because, of course, it's midweek, and we'll also see a couple of others also visiting here. Deepak Parekh is expected to come at this particular booth as well. And as we speak, South Bombay, even during the general elections, we had seen a huge amount of turnout of senior citizens. But 2019, if you look at the historical voter turnout, it's about 52 to 60%. And also this time around, we will see a lot of senior citizens because South Bombay, the voters of that generation are quite aware, but youth turnout has been quite low in the last couple of years if you talk about statistics historically as well. So that's been the pictures as far as this particular booth is concerned. There are also some celebrities who will be flocking to some of the South Mumbai booths here, including Villa Teresa. This one is the Activity High School. And as we speak, the celebrity Rahul Bose is also here. He's casted his vote and he's also speaking to the media right now. But so far, RBI Governor and Naveen Agarwal have cast their vote. Naveen Agarwal, in fact, even mentioned that as far as the business environment is concerned, he thinks Maharashtra has the potential and could also have favorable conditions for businesses as well as industries to thrive in the state is what is the word that is coming out from Naveen Agarwal as well.
Right, and important updates are flashing on your screen. The latest update as far as voter turnout is concerned, 6.6% in Maharashtra till 9 a.m. and it has crossed 12% in Jharkhand. Let's also go across to Astha Chopra, who has been chasing the key personalities since morning. Astha, what are the arrangements you saw at your booth?
Well, absolutely. The 288 constituency polling is underway and we are stationed at Pedder Road, Villa Teresa. And we have seen a couple of market faces talking about Shailesh Haribhakti. We just spoke to him. And also talking about the management which is at the Villa Teresa. The management is well perfect, like well as people are saying for the handicapped people as well. And we have a very special guest with us right now. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to ET Now. Can you please share your experience? How are the management inside?
Management was excellent. I came in, I was very quick. But this is not too much, it's not very crowded at this time.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, arrangements are good and quick.
So what are your expectations as the government was not as stable, but what are your expectations in terms of Maharashtra?
I want a government that will give us a very good economy. Maharashtra is almost like Germany. Same population approximately, same size. And why aren't we richer than Germany?
Absolutely, sir. It was lovely speaking to you. Thank you so much for your lovely insights. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, well, as we heard from the voters, the infrastructure is well put. Also, for the handicapped people, there are wheelchairs and several facilities for the people as well inside. So, in just couple of hours, and Chandra is expected. Also, Ambani family is also expected. As Ankur, you said that the voter turnout has been released by the Election Commission. We'll just walk you through some of the numbers. The highest percentage of the voters count is it at the Malabar Hills, which is witnessing approximately 8.14%. 8.14% is being witnessed in Malabar Hills, and the lowest voting percentage is in Worli, which is 3.78%. So this is the percentage of vote count since 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and also it will be updated every 2 hours. So these are the main things which we are waiting at Villa Teresa. People will come in, more voters will come in hopefully because it's a weekend as all other my colleagues said. So we'll be waiting for more faces and we'll stay you updated.
These are early trends because later in the day, as the number progresses, as the day progresses, of course, we will get more updated numbers and we expect a bigger number. Let's also go across to Anjali Palod, who is stationed at Malabar Hill. Anjali, has the Piyush Goyal already arrived to cast his vote?
Yes, Ankur, we are here at Walsingham High School, which is the Malabar Hill constituency, and Union Minister Piyush Goyal has just arrived, and he is in fact inside the polling booth casting his vote as we speak. Once he is out, we will also speak to him to understand what are the key issues and trends that he is seeing on voting day and how he would like to urge voters to come out and vote here. Now, we are at Walsingham High School, and this is the Malabar Hill constituency, which has been a stronghold for BJP. The MLA Mangal Prabhat Lora has been winning this seat since six years, and he is facing Berulal Chaudhary. Let us go inside and try and speak to Mr. Goyal and understand how he would like to urge people to vote in the Maharashtra Assembly elections.
Visuals which are coming on your screens, and Piyush Goyal is about to speak. Let's listen in. Live visuals, Piyush Goyal has just casted his vote, exercised his rights, and we expect very shortly he will speak to the media, he will update, he will appeal to citizens to vote, and the live visuals were on your screen just a while back. While we have also caught up with multiple business personalities after casting their votes today, let's listen it to few of those interactions.
The election is being held today. The polling is in the middle of the week. So expectation is that the percentage should be more, especially in South Mumbai. I would appeal to everybody to vote because it's our constitutional right and everybody must exercise the voting right.
I think we have it's a sacred right to be voting, and I think we must exercise our vote, because then if we don't exercise our vote and if things don't go right, we can't complain. So I would say that voting is good to do. It's a holiday. People have so much of time, and it's such a smooth process. It hardly takes 10 minutes for somebody to go in and vote, and it's well organized. So I would say that we should come out and exercise this right. I have been voting since 1977. That's the first time I voted, and I can say with satisfaction that both Swati and I have always participated in every election, whether it's the Lok Sabha, whether it's the state assembly elections. And I think I would only request that people should just get up, do little effort, and come out.
What is your wish list on improving the investment climate in Maharashtra to the government that comes to power?
Of course, any government that comes, and the wish list is always that we should get whatever is the bureaucracy, that is the time it takes. I think we have to reduce it. There should be also, I would just hope that whether there is a change in the administration, change in the political powers, whatever be the promises made by previous governments, it's the government which is making it, and it should continue on for whatever development takes place.
As a citizen of the country, as a voter, what would you expect from the government to improve in Maharashtra? The better infrastructure, electricity?
So as far as Maharashtra is concerned, I think first of all, as I said, it's a very competitive environment today in the country also. States are competing with each other to see that they can attract more investment. So Maharashtra should be at the top. We have always been the #1 state in the economy, and we should actually see to it that we continue to be and contribute to GDP. As far as infrastructure is concerned, I think by and large, we are good, but always, if it is better, we can improve the roads, we can improve the network so that the logistics cost of any business, of any industry come down.
Ma'am, what's your message to the voters?
I think we have to focus on women's health and education. I'd love to see every girl in Maharashtra be educated and also look at health in a very holistic way and see what we can do to improve health. I think there's miles to go in that area and we need to really work harder.
Absolutely fantastic arrangements, very well organized. It took me just 3 minutes to vote, and I have voted for stability, continuity, and making sure that this state gets exactly what it deserves, which is great infrastructure, fantastic governance.
Well, from the last election, it's a little unstable in Maharashtra elections. Like till now, what changes have you seen? And till next election, what are your expectations?
I think there has been an unbelievable improvement in infrastructure in Mumbai. And some of the highways that have been constructed, particularly the Samruddhi Highway, is an example of an engineering feat which is very rare in the whole world. So Maharashtra is progressing, and we need to keep it on that path of progress.
Let's also go across and listen to what Lok Sabha MP and NCP leader Supriya Sule had to say about allegations against her in the Bitcoin scam.
We have Supriya with us. My first question to you, I want to understand that how do you see the kind of allegation that has leveled against you? So please react on that.
They are fake.
We'll take one by one. There were 5 questions asked to you.
I am happy to answer all 5. I've already answered them. I've sent a notice.
Ma'am, also we see the timing also. How do you respond to the timing in which the sequence has come in where we are seeing
Your question only answers.
What are your next steps, ma'am?
No, I've sent a defamation notice.
Right. Also, did you complain to ECI?
ये वोट मात्र एक वोट नहीं है, हमारे आगे वाले 5 वर्ष तक महाराष्ट्र और मुंबई का भविष्य आप उसके शिल्पकार बनने वाले हैं। मुंबई को अच्छी सुविधाएं मिले, मुंबई का भविष्य उज्जवल हो, हर मुंबईकर को आगे चलकर एक अच्छा जीवन देने का काम आपका एक वोट कर सकता है। मैं सभी को अपील करता हूं कि आप अवश्य वोट डालने जाएं। शाम को 6 बजे तक वोटिंग चालू रहेगी और जितनी बड़ी संख्या में हम सब अपने मत का, अपने अधिकार का पालन करेंगे, मुझे विश्वास है उतना ही अच्छा मुंबई, उतना ही प्रगति महाराष्ट्र की आगे बढ़ेगी, गति मिलेगी और हम विकसित भारत 2047 के लक्ष्य की तरफ महाराष्ट्र का अग्रसर स्थान नंबर 1 स्टेट जो महाराष्ट्र है उसको हम आगे भी नंबर 1 बनाए रखेंगे।
मालवार हिल को लेकर एक दिक्कत ये थी कि पिछली बार इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ये कहा कि यहाँ पर वोटिंग परसेंट काफी ज्यादा कम हो गया है और उसको कम से कम सुधारने की बहुत जरूरत है।
मैं बधाई दूंगा चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर श्री राजीव कुमार जी और उनके सभी सहयोगियों को, इलेक्शन कमिश्नर्स को, महाराष्ट्र मुंबई के सभी पोलिंग अधिकारियों को, भूषण गगरानी जी हो मुंबई के इंचार्ज या हमारे खास तौर पे उत्तर मुंबई के जो पोलिंग अधिकारी हैं, यहाँ भी जो अधिकारियों ने व्यवस्थाएं की हैं दक्षिण मुंबई में, मैं समझता हूँ लोकसभा के समय जो कम वोटिंग हुई उसके जो कारण थे, गर्मी का मौसम था, सोमवार का दिन था, लंबी 3-4 दिन की छुट्टी मिल गई लोगों को, साथ ही साथ समर वेकेशन में कई लोग कोंकण या राजस्थान, गुजरात, उड़ीसा, यूपी गए हुए थे और व्यवस्थाओं में भी उस समय काफी कमियां देखने को मिली थी। जो विश्वास इलेक्शन कमीशन ने हमें दिया था जिस दिन महाराष्ट्र के चुनाव घोषित किए, वो आज वास्तव में धरातल पे देखने को मिल रहा है। बढ़िया व्यवस्थाएं हैं, मौसम बहुत बढ़िया। आप देखिए इस समय कितना अच्छा मौसम है, कोई छुट्टियों का सीजन नहीं है, बुधवार होने के कारण लंबा वीकेंड नहीं है और साथ ही साथ मुंबई में छुट्टी देने के कारण, महाराष्ट्र में छुट्टी होने के कारण मेरा विश्वास है कि इस बार जो सामान्य तौर पर विधानसभा में कम वोटिंग देखी जाती है, इस बार उसका ठीक
भी काम करना चाहेंगे, कृपया उनको वोट दीजिएगा। ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ ऑल ऑफ यू, I would urge every voter in Mumbai and in Maharashtra to kindly go out and cast their vote. Vote for leaders, parties, alliances that have worked for you and will work for you in the future.
Mr. Devras.
तुमची लढत मोठी मानली जाते काय विश्वास वाटतोय कारण
मला खात्री आहे की in the next few hours voting खास करून दक्षिण मुंबईमध्ये मलबार हिल असो, वरळी असो, दक्षिण मध्य मुंबई असो नक्की वाढतील.
Mr. Devra, most times in South Bombay we see that senior citizens are voting, but the youth turnout is very low, and even the overall turnout in South Bombay is very low. Even during general elections we saw that. What's your view on that?
Basically, what happens is sometimes people vote in larger numbers in a national general election for local issues, but in lower numbers in a regional election on local issues. If people are concerned about local issues, urban issues, state, local issues, then these local elections are more important than a national election. Thank you.
And what went down with Mr. Vinod Tavde, what are your views on that?
I'm confident voter turnout in Mumbai will increase. Even in the Lok Sabha, early trends were not encouraging. They will be better. Thank you.
Right. So our reporter Aishwarya Patil asking questions on voter turnout, and you also saw visuals and bite of Union Minister Piyush Goyal urging voters to come out in large numbers. We have with us Anurag Shah and Astha Chopra, and Anurag particularly has been keeping eye on Maharashtra election in detail. Anurag, tell me, what are the key issues this time in Maharashtra?
So Ankur, this time in Maharashtra Assembly election, there are 6 major parties in fray. So this is first time that there are 6 major parties. In 2019 election, we have seen there were 4 parties, only 2 alliances were there. But there was a split in Shiv Sena, there was a split in NCP. So 6 parties are contesting Assembly election this time. And the major issues, if we talk about the urban cities, then the infrastructure upgrade, especially in Mumbai, we have seen in last 5 years the infrastructure upgrade, the Atal Setu, the longest sea bridge of the country, then coastal road, then we have seen the underground metro, Aqua Line. So these are the infrastructure development, the infrastructure upgrade Mumbai has seen. But if we talk about the Vidarbha and Marathwada, then farmer distress is a issue which all parties are addressing. They are promising payout also. They are promising a higher MSP also in the to overcome the farmer issue, the farmer distress, especially in Vidarbha and Marathwada region. Other than that, in last few months after the Lok Sabha, the incumbent government announced so many popular schemes also. One of them is the Ladli Behna scheme, which gives 1,500 rupees per month to women aged between 18 to 60. So that scheme is very popular among female, and now in the election manifesto, the incumbent government and the Maha Yuti has promised that they will increase that 1,500 rupees to 2,100 rupees. So on the other side, the MV has also given so many promises. They have announced that they will increase that amount to 3,000 rupees per month also. These are the election promises from both the alliances, MVA and Maha Yuti. But very interesting to see this time, because 6 parties in fray in Maharashtra Assembly for 288 seats.
Right. We will come back to you, Anurag.